At Jared, we know devotion isn't a once-a-year occasion. And once the flowers have wilted and the chocolates have disappeared, you'll still want them to know how much you care. Dare to give a gift that lasts this Valentine's Day with our incredible selection of jewelry. From delicate rose gold to bold black diamonds, Jared has hundreds of pieces under $299 and exclusive collections you won't find anywhere else. Shop online or find a store near you at jared.com and dare to be devoted.
What in the world is going on in the tutoring industry? Do you wonder how to expand your tutoring business? Are you ready to take your tutoring business online? Are you looking to become a better tutor? Get ready for the Tutor Outreach Radio Show hosted by Dr. Alise Holland. This globally syndicated radio show is empowering you to move forward with your tutoring goals to manifest your dreams of building a successful tutoring practice. Coming to you live bi-weekly on Blog Talk Radio, this hit show is tailor-made to help tutors and tutor business owners worldwide. Dr. Alise brings her knowledge, experience, and sense of humor to each show while introducing you to guests from all over the world who are experts in the fields of tutoring, coaching, education, and leadership. Call in with your questions or share some of your own experiences in academia. The Tutor Outreach Radio Show starts now. Here is your host, Dr. Alise.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Tutor Outreach Radio Show. I'm your host, Dr. Alise, and I help tutors and tutor business owners build heart-centered global learning organizations to serve humanity, whether it is in the local community, face-to-face, or online in the field of education. As America's #1 tutor business training company, the Tutor Outreach Group is a professional organization for tutors, teachers, college students, and other small business professionals who want to start either a home-based tutoring business or tutoring company, get clients to grow their tutoring business, improve their tutoring repertoire, gain insight into leading and hiring for a global learning organization, strategically grow their tutoring business based upon their own life purpose. The Tutor Outreach Group provides premium resources and networking opportunities throughout the year. You can find us at www.thetutoroutreach.com. Also, I am available for group coaching through one of my tutoring mastermind groups. Registration is now open for the 2019-2020 tutoring masterminds. In April 2019, I will be in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, working with tutors and tutor business owners. And then in July 2019, I will be in San Diego, California. We have already posted our 2020 tutoring mastermind schedule. We will be in Toronto, Canada in July 2020, in Kingston, Jamaica in December 2020. You can see specific dates and register at www.tutoringmastermind.com or on Eventbrite. Come join us for a life-changing experience to help you on your tutoring journey or to just expand your overall brand. If you have questions, call into the show on 646-668-25. You can join us online in our chat room and ask your questions there. If any of this resonates with you or you just want to leave comments, then let us know. Depending on how you are listening in to our show, whether it is on Apple iTunes, Stitcher, Blog Talk Radio, YouTube, or any other digital radio platform, you can leave comments and rate our show. Thank you in advance for your continued support. Today, we are exploring what's in a tutor application so that you can hire the right tutor. As the Bible verse says in 1 Corinthians 2, verse 14, the person without the Spirit does not accept the things that come from the Spirit of God, but considers them foolishness and cannot understand them because they are discerned only through the Spirit. A lot of organizational leaders are not able to discern the good things that they have before them for one reason or another. A lot of good employees and staff are not recognized for their gifts and talents that are used towards the shared vision for the learning organization. And quite frankly, it's a shame. It's a shame because leaders are not able to see the good of their team for one reason or another, or negative emotions such as jealousy, envy, or even outright manipulation comes into play. All of that can be resolved just by working on your own personal mastery and understanding that you too have divine gifts and talents that you have been birthed with. If you are not happy with where you are in life or in your professional life, then only you can do something about it. That should have nothing to do with your employees or your staff. That's just not what leadership is about. With that in mind, let's focus on what should be included in a tutoring application, along with the required and legal information that can be asked of your applicants. But before we get into the tutoring application, we are going to take a quick break. When we come back, I will share with you what should go into a tutoring application to hire the right staff. You are listening to the Tutor Outreach Radio Show with Dr. Alise. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
What is intellectual property? It's something that you will have to protect when it comes to your learning organization. Innovation and creativity is definitely valued amongst humanity and should be protected. As a result, tutors need a blueprint to follow so that they will do exactly what needs to be done to protect their work and trade secrets for their learning organization. In the number one source for tutors and tutor business owners, Dr. Holland's Expanding Your Tutoring Business Series. Tutor Consultant, Dr. Holland delivers her field-tested advice so that you can determine what types of intellectual property that will need to be protected, create various types of work agreements for your learning organization, develop a system to maintain records of your intellectual property, build a business plan that will promote data-driven tutoring success, describe the federal laws that impact your tutoring business, implement quality assurance meetings, create an online project management system for your content team, implementing focus groups and market research, disseminating your research for your learning organization, acquire know-how for licensing your intellectual property, and dozens of other strategies you will need to protect your intellectual property. Take a strategic approach to protecting your intellectual property so that you can build a household name in the tutoring industry. You can get your copy of Expand Your Tutoring Business Volume 3, The Blueprint for Protecting Your Learning Organization, on Amazon.com, or submit your book order at orders@iglobaleducation.com.
We're back on the Tutor Outreach Radio Show with Dr. Alise. We are continuing the conversation about hiring tutors as it relates to the tutoring application. The whole point of the tutoring application is to get an overview of the applicant and determine if he or she is a highly qualified tutor with the desired skill set to benefit your learning organization and the community in which you serve. It is important to ask a variety of questions. The more information you request, the more you will learn about the applicant and the easier it will be to select the right individual. There are 3 separate categories of information that need to be gathered when creating an application for tutors. That information for category 1 is personal information. Category 1 pertains to personal information such as legal first and last name, mailing address, phone numbers, and email address. This information is crucial because it ensures that you're hiring an actual person. You also want to make sure that, you are in compliance with federal laws in terms of hiring illegal aliens. You may also want to add a question such as the following: how did you hear about this opportunity? This will give you some insight into how the applicant heard about open positions as a tutor And this will also help you with knowing which marketing efforts are working in how you're looking for tutors as well. So that's a very, very good thing. Category 2 focuses on identifying the various certifications and work experiences that the tutor candidate may have acquired in their career. In addition, this category focuses on detailing the educational background of the candidate to provide more insight into the proper education and training that they have completed over the course of their professional career. This is an immediate assessment of whether they are a lifelong learner. So when we look at this particular category, you can ask clarifying questions as well to kind of understand what the applicant's knowledge of the tutoring position is, and we cover that information in category 3. But for category 2, let me just share with you some examples of how some questions may be framed. Question number 1, do you have any teacher certifications? If so, list them here. This will give you an immediate insight into the qualification they possess. I have seen many qualified tutors who are either working towards their teacher certification, or some of them may not have their teacher certification, but they have a certain amount of college credit that is in a specific field. Sometimes they have that many credits in more than one field. So it's always good to know which tutors have the teacher certifications, especially if you're going to be working with school districts. And then, parents like to know that their tutors have that type of certification as well. Question 2, which subjects are you applying for as a tutor? Note to applicants that, make sure that they have their full teacher certifications or college credit hours in these subjects. You also want to make sure that they take a tutor certification test in each subject before being approved to tutor. And this just allows them to understand that these are the qualifications, these are the requirements to be considered a tutor at your learning organization. It eliminates underqualified applicants, which will save you time, but it will also save them time as well, okay? Occasionally, you will have some people who will still apply, but it may be that they're working towards some of these things, and that's something that you would need to look at on a case-per-case basis. Some of those are good applicants as well. You just need to make sure that you're being true to your hiring process to make sure that you're fair and consistent with all applicants. Question number 3, what is your highest degree level? This will help to determine and structure a pay scale or offer if they are the right fit. So, you want to make sure that you are having a pay scale, which I will talk about next month, about structuring job descriptions and pay structures to ensure that you keep the talent. It's important that you do that. Question number 4, name each educational institution in which you attended college. Also list your degree and graduate date for each degree. Again, this will help to eliminate any unqualified applicants. You want to make sure that you're hiring tutors who have the content knowledge as well as the experience to serve your clients, because, parents, all they care about is making sure that their children or even themselves are mastering the content in which they need. But, when you start working with other learning organizations, you will need to have certain degrees, certain educational and certification requirements, including background check requirements. So, if you can get this implemented into your hiring process now, This is just going to help your overall learning organization and help your team meet the shared mission. Question number 5, if you are working toward your degree, please circle the answer that best applies to you. A, yes, I have at least 18 hours of college credit in related field in which I am applying to tutor. B, yes, I have experience working with children in tutoring. C, no, I do not have at least 18 hours of college credit in related field in which I am applying to tutor. Guys, these are questions that will, again, help you better understand, your particular tutoring applicant. Now, let's just say that you may have who are not involved in the school system. You don't have school system contracts. It may be that you may want to hire the tutor to work with a particular group of students, especially if you're looking at study skills or working on the social emotional domain. Those are things that you really need to sit down with your leadership team and kind of see what requirements, what specific certifications are needed to work with a particular specialized group of students. If you're working with students who do not speak English and they speak a language other than English, then you want to make sure that you have a properly trained tutor with teacher certifications in how to work with students who speak a different language. The same thing, if you are working with students who have special needs, whether it's gifted learners, autism, or whatever the special need may be, you want to make sure that you have the proper staff who have those certifications so that you are doing what's best for the learner. Okay? During this time, you should not be obtaining the applicant's date of birth and social security number until you are in the final selection process and plan to offer a tutoring position. We have a lot of identity theft issues going on in the world, and anytime there's some type of data breach, especially if it's related to your learning organization, that's not a good thing. So make sure that you have the proper insurance to cover any data breaches if you are collecting sensitive information such as date of birth, social security numbers, and any other sensitive personal information. In addition to gaining this particular information, it's also important to have on your application that applicants must agree to the following written statement to continue to the next stage in the hiring process. Statement number 1, in addition to tutoring, I will attend tutoring orientation and any trainings regarding tutoring best practices. Statement number 2, in addition to submitting an application to become a tutor, I must submit official copies of transcripts and copies of teacher certificates and copies of teacher certificates and tutor certifications. I also must undergo a criminal background check and fingerprinting, both state and federal, and sign a non-disclosure agreement. We know it as an NDA, a confidentiality agreement, and non-compete agreement. Tutor applicants are able to agree to these statements by either signing or electronically signing and dating their tutoring application. Depending on how your hiring system is set up, most hiring systems now are done electronically, and you're able to legally bind your tutors to whatever they agree to. If you don't feel comfortable using an electronic system, signing system, then, go old school and have them sign in original ink in either black or blue ink. Just depends on, what the laws are in your state or in your country. The tutoring application is not enough, y'all. This is only step 1 of the hiring process for tutors You need to go a bit further than the application to see if the skill set is there as well. When you are going to do this, there must be clear criteria on the evaluation criteria. You can find more information about this process as I share that information in my second edition book, Expanding Your Tutoring Business, The Blueprint for Hiring Tutors and Contractors for Your Learning Organization. All of my templates are copyrighted, as well as the tutoring interview questions. I also go into greater detail about hiring contractors, including virtual assistants for your learning organization, with plenty of scenarios, questions, and examples to help you on your own tutoring journey as you impact the world. If you have any questions, please feel free to call into the show, drop us an email. You can join us online in our online chat room and ask your questions there, and we will do our best to answer those questions for you. If any of this resonates with you or you just want to leave comments, then please do so. Depending on how you are listening in to our show, whether it is on Apple iTunes, Stitcher, Blog Talk Radio, YouTube, or any other digital radio platform, then you can definitely leave comments and rate our show. It's time for a break. You are listening to the Tutor Outreach Radio Show with Dr. Alise. When we come back, I will share some messages from the Spirit and angels. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
You may be at a point in which you need to hire tutors and additional help to manage the growth of your learning organization. Tutor business owners need a blueprint to help hire the right individuals that will truly impact their clients' lives by providing and delivering data-driven results. In the number one source for tutors and tutor business owners, Dr. Holland's Expanding Your Tutoring Business Series. Tutor Consultant, Dr. Holland delivers her field-tested advice so that you can devise a hiring system to hire quality tutors and contractors, develop work agreements including non-compete and confidentiality agreements, create key tasks that can be fulfilled by virtual assistants, develop programs that are designed to express employee and contractor appreciation, design a platform to manage your hiring needs for your learning organization, acquire know-how for conducting interviews, selecting, managing, and training contractors, and dozens of other strategies you will need to hire qualified individuals for your learning organization. Take a data-driven approach to hiring tutors and contractors for your learning organization. By using the advice and proven methods in this book, you'll discover a sense of accomplishment knowing that you have hired the best qualified individuals to join your mission of helping others around the globe. You can get your copy of Expand Your Tutoring Business Volume 2, The Blueprint for Hiring Tutors and Contractors for Your Learning Organization on Amazon.com, or submit your book order at orders@iglobaleducation.com.
We're back on the Tutor Outreach Radio Show with Dr. Alise. While we were on break, I intuitively selected postcards from the Spirit using the Colette Baron Reed system. Let me share them with you. Dear you, there is only one you, and you have a unique place in the universe. Sometimes situations come up that challenge you to be authentic, and that means you have to fully be yourself and let go of being what you think others may want. Now is not the time to conform to other people's standards or expectations. Be proud of who you are and be courageous. Stand tall in your convictions. Being yourself is a powerful statement and will only lead you to success and ultimately happiness. Don't compare yourself to other people. Want what you have. Choose what your heart wants. And know that your purpose is yours alone. No one else can claim your magic or take it away. When you place authenticity and originality high on your list, priorities, and give them a prominent place in your awareness, extraordinary things happen. Your life is a beautiful one. Love you always and forever. Guys, when I started out this episode, that was the main thing that I talked about with leaders. You know, in leadership, your role is to nurture your staff, nurture your employees, to bring out their gifts and talents. It's a given that they may not stay with you long term, but, you know, they will definitely add value to the learning organization because they too have a unique life purpose. And oftentimes, you know, people are, you know, designed as part of their life plan. You know, they may have to work at a particular learning organization to gain the necessary skills to move forward with their own life purpose. Now, that's true for the people in which you manage, who you bring on to the team, but it's also true for yourself. Meaning, you may start out your tutoring business. You may find that you're having to tutor, you're having to develop curriculum, you're having to do a variety of tasks in your job or in your business. But the reality is you owe it to yourself to continue your personal mastery because that's how you started. But that's not the biggest picture. You know, your life purpose is designed to where you can't do it all by yourself. Now, I will say this, as a fellow entrepreneur, you know, you need to know what you're in business about. You need to know how each task, each job functions so that when you're hiring other people to do the job, you want to make sure that they're not wasting time because time is of the essence. So, you know, for several years, I started out doing a variety of the jobs myself, but now I'm at a point to where we have our systems in place, and now it's time to build leadership for other people. If that was the same thing that happened to me, guys, the same thing is also going to happen to you. Because what I know is when you're in your life purpose, you're on your path, there are going to be people who come to you specifically designed to help you with your life purpose. You will know that. But in order to recognize that, it goes back to the Bible verse that we talked about earlier. And it also, if you're into understanding the fundamental blocks of building a learning organization, you have to know that your mental model as well as your personal mastery has to map up so that you're able to receive the help that God is trying to bring to you in your learning organization. Second message that came in is, dearest you, if you allow your awareness to settle in, you will hear us whispering sweetness and encouragement to you. You will know the truth of things that cannot be discerned through the material world. The receiver for this kind of essential knowing is your intuition, which is not your sixth sense, but your first, the primary navigational system of your soul. You are entering the age of consciousness. It's time to accept that the paranormal is normal. Human beings are multisensory, multidimensional beings. Spirit infuses all things, and your soul's job is to discover those essential truths here on earth, where we all agree to play. Today, trust your spidey sense, read between the lines, tune in to the stories behind the stories, and your world will show you miracles. Fear not, for we are right here, and Spirit loves you. Trust the invisible. So, God, I help people build heart-centered learning organizations. I help you discover your truth and share your story. That's what I do. Your intuition is very important to you. You know, a lot of people may say, oh, trust your gut or the churn in my stomach. That's code for intuition. Everybody is born with it. There's no unique, special individual that has, no intuition. Everybody has intuition. The difference is a lot of people don't know how to connect to their intuition, and a lot of people don't know how to trust their intuition. And it's very important that you do, so that you are able to move forward with what it is that you are called to do. So, some additional messages that came in is, by my attention to things, I am making choices. What people do not understand is that you do not choose something by looking at it and shouting, yes, I want some of that. You make your choices by your attention to things. In this universe that is based on attraction, meaning the law of attraction, when you look at an unwanted thing, your attention to it causes an activation of the vibration within you. And then the law of attraction brings more like it into your experience. So, I want to leave you with a message from Archangel Michael, as well as a prayer. You created this situation, and you have the power to change it. Whatever is going on in your life, guys, whether it's personally, whether it's professionally, you have to understand and accept responsibility that you created this situation, and you have the power to change it. A prayer that can help you with that is, thank you for letting me lean on your strength and for reminding me of my personal power. Please guide me to manifest and heal according to divine will, creating peace and blessings for everyone involved. You don't want to wish people bad things, guys. You have to allow karma to take its place, because whatever is planted will be reaped, okay? Whatever you sow, you will reap it. So you have to trust and believe that God is with you, God is protecting you, God provider, and God is healer. In whatever situation you're going through, you have to know that God is going to take care of the matter. All you got to do is do your part and take action and keep the faith. If you would like to work with me, Dr. Holland, you can go to my Tutoring Mastermind's website at www.tutoringmastermind.com and register for my next upcoming 2019-2020 Mastermind in either Florida, California, Canada, or Jamaica. If you have any tutoring questions, then join us in one of our Facebook groups, and you can find that information at our Facebook page, the Tutor Outreach Group. We love having active group members. If this episode resonated with you, subscribe to our radio show, leave comments, and let us know how it resonated with you, and share out this episode to family, friends, colleagues, and coworkers. We love hearing from our listeners. Thank you in advance for your continued support. Join us every second and fourth Tuesdays of the month at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. For the next episode on the Tutor Outreach Radio Show, we will have special guest, YouTube personality and founder of Speller Math Tutorials, Alfred J. Speller, better known as AJ Speller, with us to discuss digital learning and everything mathematics, and how he inspires and impacts students from literally around the world with his teachings in mathematics. This is an episode that you don't want to miss. Stay tuned. Remember, you are loved, you are valued, and you are competent. Have a great week, and I'll see you back here next time.
You've been listening to the Tutor Outreach Radio Show, hosted by Dr. Alise Holland. This hit show comes to you live every second and fourth Tuesday at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern on Blog Talk Radio. Each show is empowering you to move forward with your tutoring goals to manifest your dreams of building a successful tutoring practice. If you've missed any part of this show or want to find out more about Dr. Holland, visit thetutoroutreach.com. That's thetutoroutreach.com.
At Jared, we know devotion isn't a once-a-year occasion, and once the flowers have wilted and the chocolates have disappeared, you'll still want them to know how much you care. Dare to give a gift that lasts this Valentine's Day with our incredible selection of jewelry. From delicate rose gold to bold black diamonds, Jared has hundreds of pieces under $299 and exclusive collections you won't find anywhere else. Shop online or find a store near you at jared.com and dare to be devoted. At Jared, we know devotion isn't a once-a-year occasion, and once the flowers have wilted and the chocolates have disappeared, you'll still want them to know how much you care. Dare to give a gift that lasts this Valentine's Day with our incredible selection of jewelry. From delicate rose gold to bold black diamonds, Jared has hundreds of pieces under $299 and exclusive collections you won't find anywhere else. Shop online or find a store near you at jared.com and dare to be devoted. Dare to be devoted. Dare to be devoted. Dare to be devoted.